Hello and welcome back to Dead Cells. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be doing another aspect run, this time the Relentless aspect. You are invincible if you still have HP that can be recovered or rock-varied. You deal bonus damage in proportion to the amount of HP you're missing. Now immediately this brings to mind the Frantic Sword, considering you get crits below half HP. Has that standard gimmick of turning your weakness, I guess, into power. Not so much weakness, but being on low HP. So I figured this in tandem with another skill that I consider to be not very good, Vampirism. We should have the means for a pretty nice run here. Borderline invincible even. Because Vampirism turns your entire HP bar and 50% of your missing HP. I think the percentage of missing HP goes up the higher your stat scrolls as well, but I'm not sure. I haven't used the thing in a long time. But yeah, it turns that into Rally, the recoverable orange HP. So with that being the case, should be pretty good to just slap away with reckless abandon. But I have to find one first, of course. I mess with the custom files, of course, to make it so it's the only power available. So all you have to do is get to a shop, and then it should be one of the only things there. Yeah, I'll put that in the backpack. Why not? I could do dual wielding with that, of course. I'm well aware, but I feel like I've been doing a little too much dual wielding lately, and I kind of would like to take a break from that. Sinew Slicer over Flamethrower Turret? I think I'd rather have the Sinew Slicer, in all honesty. Partially because I've just used the Flamethrower Turret a lot in the past. I should probably just let myself take a bunch of damage and get low, but I figure it's going to happen at some point anyway. Don't really need to take the time and the extra melees to really force that to happen. Taking damage is just a natural part of playing the game. Especially when I'm a little out of sorts. But not so much. I actually went to sleep an hour earlier than usual last night. Still not a good time to go to sleep, of course, because it was like 3 in the morning, but it's better. Definitely better. Ah. Well, that's a slight damage buff anyway. We have a... Oh, we do have poison's the enemy. Okay, so that's where the poison's coming from. That's pretty nice. I mean, we don't have anything that has poison synergy at the moment, but it's still something. I'm going to at least try to go for like a... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I'll at least try to go for like a sort of full clear. Sorry, I was leaning back from the mic a bit. I'll scooch a bit closer. Yeah, there's Vampirism. Well, these are basically all the same. But this one's cheaper. Let's see. I do really like the powerful grenade, but I think I will actually hold on to the Sinew Slicer instead. Mostly just because, I haven't really used it all that much. As soon as I find some enemies, I'll pop Vampirism, because, using it at high HP, you're not likely to end up back at high HP. But it'll give me like a way to control my health more or less. I already got the 2 scrolls, so I can just head out whenever. But do I want to go to the Promenade or the Arboretum? Is the question. I'll go to the Arboretum. I haven't been there in a while. Plus, with Vampirism giving the lightning, the electrocution, and water, that might be good. I also sort of want to try going for like a no curse chest run as well. Not for any particular reason. I just Well, I'd be lying if I said it was to get a better understanding of how the balance is like without Curse Chest on 5BC. Because of course, you know, we're rolling with something really powerful like this Relentless synergy. Or this Relentless aspect synergizing with all this stuff. So yeah, it wouldn't really be a good test of that. Adrenaline, Combo, Frenzy, Killer Instinct, Melee. There's a lot of these that we could take. Oh wait. I think it would be good to start off with just recovery, because it'll just increase the amount of rally we get. Or, well, not the amount of rally we get, but the more time we have to, you know, use up that rally. Although I'm not actually sure how rally works with taking damage, because I think taking damage while you have rally does actually reduce it somewhat. Reduce the rally, I mean. But yeah, this is like a very slow ticking bar, and I screwed it up again by by hitting the guy when I would have put myself back up above 50%. Okay, cool. It's not really much point in micromanaging it because I'm gonna like get back up to a decent amount anyway next time I use Vampirism, but you know, for now it's a nice damage buff. I'm not sure exactly what the scaling is though, so I can't tell you how much of a damage buff, but it seems pretty noticeable. Because like Frantic Sword, normally the DPS even at its critical is pretty low, which is part of the reason why it's a weapon that I don't consider to be very good. The only reason I used it in my Timekeeper boss themed run was just because like it's the sword that fits most with the attack pattern, you know, like the 3 hits without too much of an actual gimmick. Just yeah. Otherwise I definitely wouldn't have. I mean, it does have a gimmick, but the thing is I'm not going to be intentionally dropping below 50% HP. And actually, you know, now that I think about it, the Timekeeper does, when she falls below like a certain portion of HP, she gets more powerful because she switches to a second phase. So I guess that is sort of thematic with that weapon. Or I guess I can say this weapon since it's the one I'm currently using, but yeah. Also, something to note that the game I don't think really tells you, or maybe it does, but I never saw it, is that you get reduced rally while you have a shield equipped. But at the same time, having a shield equipped makes it so you, every time you get hit, you get like a small half-second of invulnerability. So it does balance out. But I always just thought that was interesting, because I heard that fact like randomly, and I was just like, wowee, that's something to note. Because, you know, when you start playing without shields, you really do notice that the rally like goes up way faster. And so there could be something said for switching to an offhand instead of a shield for this, and I might try that at some point. But I kind of just, well, I don't want to do the dual wield sort of offhands, and I also would like to sort of keep my HP low just to maximize the usage that I can get out of it. But something that might be interesting would be taking Dead Inside, which, you know, currently reduces healing. That was bad. I could have clipped myself there. Not that HP really matters, but oh yeah, I was so close to 60. That would have sucked. What was I saying? Not that HP really matters because we're working with this Relentless, but it would have been bad. I think that's what I was talking about. I don't know. Losing track of my thoughts is a very common problem that I have. It's okay. Saying it's okay a lot is also a common thing. I don't know if I'd call it a problem though, because it's just a positive affirmations, I guess. And positivity is generally good, I'd say. I'm not really looking for anything specific here. I'm just trying to, like, explore enough of the map that I get the Explorer's rune, so that I can see if I'm missing anything. Because I for sure cannot be bothered to actively think about every scroll I pick up and count them all in my head to make sure I have them all. Well, it's not so much that I can't be bothered to, I just forget to. I'll sell that. I think what I was saying initially is that I'm not sure if I want to use an offhand or if I just want to keep going with the shield. Because even if my rally is reduced, or the gain from my rally is reduced, it's not going to be so bad. Also, I might have said it wrong earlier. I might have said that having a shield reduces the amount of rally you gain, but what I meant was it reduces the amount of health you get when attacking something while you have rally. So it reduces that conversion rate. That's what I was trying to say. I would like to skip the prison depths. And I guess I'll go to the morass, yeah. It's gonna be kind of scary though. With the big ticks. But maybe it's okay. We have theoretical invincibility at the very least. I think maybe melee is another thing that I'd like to take. Cluster grenade? Nah. Cudgel. I think cudgel actually would be nice. Just because, you know, stun stuff could be good. I'm very wary about like background noise right now because it was really loud earlier and I'm just like annoyed with that. Like I was waiting a solid 20 minutes for all the trucks to pass by because I guess there was like construction going on somewhere, and there was also like a couple ambulances, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what an ambulance siren sounds like. But they could have been police cars. I don't really remember the difference. Either way, it's quiet now, at the very least. At least I hope it is. I missed that parry by a little bit. Probably due to melee, but now that I remember I have it, it should be okay. But yeah, thanks to Vampirism, just healed up to that like 50% threshold right away. I think like at its base level of usefulness, this aspect is just like, you know, it's okay to play on low HP for the most part. Like you're not really going to get absolutely one shot like you would with a different aspect. I'm fumbling over my words here for some reason, I guess. Maybe trying to think about actually playing for once instead of just mindlessly running it down while I'm talking, but it's fine. Yeah, I'd buy an IX. That seems pretty good. Spreads inflammable oil, deals extra damage to burning. If I get a flamethrower turret, that'd be nice. Which one of these is better though? I mean, victims freeze when they die is cool, but victims burn when they die is sort of self-synergy. So I think that should be like a really solid damage buff. Especially with the percent scaling from the thing. I mean, yeah, this thing is chunking for sure. Ah, I couldn't turn around fast enough. Oh, okay. Telluric shock. I will temporarily replace the turret with that. Why not? I was gonna say this was a good place to use Vampirism, but you know, that turkey healed me up pretty good. I could still use it again, actually, though. Get to a more agreeable health percentage. Never mind. With that extra, like, rally length, and how much is it doing? 70% of my missing HP? Okay, yeah. The increased rally is probably not necessary for this, given how much rally we get. But for a boss fight, that seems like it'd be pretty good. I don't know, I have to get hit while I have rally and see how things are going. See how much I lose per hit, I mean. Nice little jump there. Alright. Well, that's the end right there. Okay. So the tick is probably going to be down here. We can clear through that and get going. But yeah, trying to stay at low HP is going to be the hard part, because this is just pretty much instantaneous healing whenever I want it to be. So I guess in actuality, maybe, at least with the way I'm playing it, the rally and the frantic sword actually step on each other's toes, because as soon as you start hitting people after dropping to that 1% HP thanks to Vampirism, they're not 1% HP anymore. Ah. Well, there we go. That's a good threshold. Abuse those iframes. Well, not really abuse, but make use of. Utilize, even. That should be going faster for sure. I feel like I can afford to swing it. Or at least like group enemies up on top of me by running through them like this, and then I can just sort of do that. Yeah, I'll definitely try to utilize that more, especially now that I have a burst damage thing like this. Okay, let's see where all the scrolls are. There's a chest over there. That could be nice. I could get something good for my offhand. Maybe a better shield. One that's brutality scaling. And by one that's brutality scaling, I mean either the bloodthirsty shield or the frontline shield, because I'm not a big fan of the assault shield. Oh, wow, that's something for sure. Anything else here? I don't need the food shop, of course. No, I think we're good. Yeah, that's I mean, so far so good. It's not exactly going as I was intending, but you know, it's pretty much Immortality, and you can't really complain about that. I think I should have gone for the heart, actually, just in case. But it's too late now, so it's fine. Trying to think about what would be good here. Critical hits reduce cooldowns. No, honestly, that seems not bad. Of course, as I take it, I realize I'm gonna have a more difficult time being at low percent HP for part of this. But if I can get like something that has good burst damage, I mean, Telluric Shock is okay, but something better, I meant, then I can farm up the cooldown pretty good. Pretty well. I want to be using correct grammar. I don't think they changed up how this fight works, so you can sort of, for the most part, roll it like that. The classic, just run into a corner and then roll when a thing pops up. I think it is possible to still get double hit, but it should be okay. So I can just use my Vampirism to heal up to pretty much full whenever. The timing on that is always difficult for me, especially when I'm rolling with melee. I always forget about melee, and the slowdown screws me up. Can still get that parry at least. Okay. But yeah, no flawlesses are going to be had with this build. I can tell you that right away. I definitely am going to be trying to go through this all a little bit faster than usual, because I know like the first video that I made a few days ago. I guess it was like a week ago actually. Oof. Definitely wasn't trying to make it that long of a wait, but it happens. I've been playing some different games, mostly. Well, not really mostly, because I only just picked this one up in the past couple days. Going up or the normal path? I want to fight the giant again. I haven't fought the giant in a very long time. I might come to regret that decision just because of the path I'm taking, but it'll be fine. Okay, so I've been playing this game called Eternal Return that my friend got me into. I didn't really think much of anything of it at the time. I kind of thought it was going to be bad because it's, like a... Well, I figured if it was a good game, I would have heard about it, but marketing is a thing. But yeah, it's surprisingly fun. It's like a mix of a MOBA and a battle royale. And you just kind of run around picking up garbage to make like weapons and equipment out of, and then just, yeah, I don't know. It's more unique than I thought it was gonna be, which has me a little bit interested in it. Oh, he put up the box. Ah, try to parry him. No, I don't want that. But yeah, I don't know. One of the things that really interested me is the fact that like everybody has like a sort of truce in the early game, because if you spend your time like fighting people early on, you're not going to be able to pick up all the garbage you need for your items. So it's just really funny to find like an enemy early on, and then you just kind of walk past each other without really saying anything. Maybe like a quick tap. I don't know. Just to me, that just was funny. But yeah, I don't know. I might play more of that. I might not. I think playing it solo is a different sort of thing, because when you die, you actually die instead of like being downed where a team member can resurrect you. So fighting early is more incentivized. Another game I've been playing a lot of, although not so much recently, is Grime. I think I already talked about that. But it's an interesting game. I'm probably not gonna be playing much more of it until they like sort out more of the bugs. Not so much because I think like the game is bad and with the bugs and not playable. I feel like it's perfectly playable. It's just I've played so much of it in its current state. I feel like it needs to change like drastically before I'll do anything about it. And I was thinking about making some videos on it as well, but I don't know if I can really like keep this up for a whole like, I don't know, let's play format, I guess, because the way I play Grime, I guess, is pretty slow. Or maybe not so much slow, but I don't know what it would be like to talk about what's happening, because for the most part it's just kind of like waiting out the parry timings and fighting. So I feel like I probably wouldn't be talking very much, because you even have to get the parries on like the small enemies to kill them, or not to kill them, but to kill them in a way that gives you the trait bonuses, and I like collecting those. I really want to see like someone make a speed run route for that game though, because like it's not like Hollow Knight in the sense that it's like you know what you need to collect to get like an edge up, and then you just do it, and then you can beat the game, because it's not statistics based. It's just like, you know, the nail upgrades are the only real like base stat you get aside from like increased health from the mask shards. But you know, for speedruns, nobody really like collects mask shards. At least not the ones that aren't like easily available in like the shop and stuff. I don't actually do they. I haven't really watched a speedrun in a while. Huh. I've mostly been watching randomizers. I like the randomizers a lot. They're fun to watch. Oh, I'm 3 enemies away from the 60, so I should actually go take care of that. Yeah, there's a cluster of them right there. Okay. Yeah, I think I went through this area about as slow as I usually do, which is, you know, not really what I was intending, but as soon as I tried going for like the speed up, I just got, you know, put in the box, the baby cage even. Okay, get me back out of here. Gotta get back on pace. I say back on pace, but like I don't have a set pace, so I'm pretty sure down is the way to the sepulcher, and that door to the right takes me to the fractured shrines. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Anything over here? Oh, just a way back up. Okay. But yeah, Grime is very cool. I really enjoy that game. I really am looking forward to playing more of it sometime. For 5% damage reduction, I will take this, because it's so good. Okay, the other thing I wanted to try for this was, oh, sinew slicer. Okay. I don't know if that's better, honestly. It's better for bosses for sure. Yeah, what the hell. I said I was gonna take Sinew Slicer initially, and then I ditched it, and then it came back, so I might as well. Although Telluric Shock would have been so good in this area. Oh well. Yeah, I wanted to see how good it would be if I took Dead Inside and Recovery. What was the other red I had? I don't know if I had one actually. Oh, it was melee. Yeah, I don't need melee. I guess I'll try this for sure. And I'm gonna be right back because I gotta use the bathroom. Nope, still no extra dialogue for the spider lady, of course, but that's okay. Someday. Alright, now I'm gonna be trying to gather everybody together. Maybe in a more opportune position where I actually have some light. But everybody dying does create light, so that's something. Oh yeah, those mummies are why I don't go to the sepulcher much anymore. Not a big fan of those boys. Not even a little bit. It's difficult because you can't like, I don't think you can parry their jump. Just kind of happens, and that's rough. I greatly prefer enemies that I can potentially parry, because it makes fighting them a lot easier, or at least a lot simpler in my mind. I keep coming back to wanting to talk about Grime, but I think that's enough. I might, after there's like a big update and they get like all the stuff sorted out, they go for a while without putting in patches, I might, you know, start like a let's play on it or something. I still don't like the term let's play, but like, I mean, it is what it is. Just makes me think of Minecraft, which makes me, 2 curse chests? Wow, video game, you tempt me so. The main reason I don't want to go for curse chests is just because it's like, this setup is more or less Immortality, and if I risk it with getting one shot, then I'm not gonna be happy about it. Oh yeah, that reminds me of another thing I wanted to try. I wanted to try Damnation with the Curse Sword, because Damnation makes it so you don't die from curses anymore, and I just wanted to test to see if the curse from the Curse Sword actually counts towards Damnation, because that would be pretty cool. And I already know what I'd title that episode. It would just be the Not So Curse Sword. I might title this one Vampirism Finally Useful, but not really, I don't think. Because I actually haven't been getting use out of it, because every time I hit it, I haven't really been hit immediately after, I don't think. I might have, and just missed it, in which case, nice. I could stand to take just a little bit of damage. Oh, perfect. Damage. It's a scary amount of damage, for sure. Might have been a good idea to take Masochist so I could get, like, I don't know, something. I'm gonna heal it all back up immediately, more or less. Actually, wait. That healing is lower than I was expecting, which is good. I want that. Yeah, and I can gather all these guys aggro while I'm waiting to get my thing, or while I'm waiting for my rally to drop, and then I can fight them. Okay, that's something. Yeah, I'm still figuring this out as I go. I didn't play test this at all on my way over, and that's a trap area, so I'm just gonna go down here. It might have been a good idea to take Masochist so I have more like immediate control over my health, because if I find any spikes, I can just, you know, clear it all out like 10% at a time. Loop around, gather more aggro, get back to this corner, which is not exactly my most advantageous position, but it's where I threw my turret, so something. Definitely something. Yeah, okay. I gotta drill that idea of like gathering enemy aggro and then killing them all at once into my muscle memory, so I can get through these videos more quickly. Because I know for sure there's only so much I can talk about to keep this going, and the longer I go, the more silence there's gonna be. Because, you know, gotta rest my voice. But I have actual like control over that now, or not now, but I have actual control over that in the way, or in how quickly I speak. Not how quickly I speak, but how quickly I go through the game. Because the faster I go through the game, the less I have to talk. You know, as a total in the end. And I did see a challenge rift somewhere. I have to find it again though. There it is. And this is definitely a place I could die, because I can't specifically heal up. But actually, I guess that's what the flask charge is for. Because the flask charge is the way I heal when there are no enemies. So that's something. Although, I do have 50% reduced healing from Dead Inside, so not sure how much that'll be. It's probably not going to be that much of a net loss because of the fact that the potion heals a percentage of your max HP. But I still don't think it would be as much as it would be otherwise. Okay, back down low, but I can pop Vampirism and fix that pretty quick. Or I can just grab the cheese. That works too. Actually, that didn't heal me for as much as I thought. Oh, it still said no effect, like old Dead Inside did, where you couldn't heal with food anymore. That's interesting. I've never taken Dead Inside before, since they changed it. So that's neat. Do I have the key? Did I just pick up the key? I did, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get like the base amount of healing here. 57, okay. Not what I was going for, but it's okay. We'll recover. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting as much mileage out of Instinct of the Master of Arms as I was hoping for. Well, I guess that's pretty easy for me to judge without saying I think, because I know how much I was hoping for. More or less. I mean, it seemed like a fine idea on paper. You know, you're low HP, this thing crits. Gets you more. But of course, didn't think about it all that much. There's a scroll over there. Can nab that. Gotta make sure I don't leave anything behind, especially since I'm not rolling with curse scrolls anymore. And yeah, as usual, you know, giant with a fast attacking melee weapon that doesn't move you around very much, and a shield. You know, that's a recipe for success right there. I just got like a PTSD flashback to to that time I tried to beat the giant. Well, actually, I did beat him. It just took a long time. That time I beat the giant with what was it? With the Spartan sandals. Not fun. Not fun. It was funny for like the first little bit because I realized that if you kick his eye, it like flies off the map for a second. Not like fully off the map, but it just like goes off and then like ping pongs back. But then I had to do that like 12 more times in order to kill him, and you know, that's not fun. Bing 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 bing. Bing. Giant remains my favorite fight, of course. Because it just feels good. I mean, getting hit there doesn't feel great, but it's okay. Probably should have waited a second to drop that, but it's okay. Bing, 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 bing. It never ceases to be satisfying, just being able to throw that many projectiles right back at him. And I know I'm not putting my turrets in the right place, or dropping them in opportune positions. I'm well aware of that. But it's fine. It's not really necessary when we're doing this much damage. And there we go. Okay. So yeah, it's turning out that Vampirism is more my emergency button in case my HP drops too low, that I can just heal up. But, I mean, there's still value in that, and I am gonna skip High Peak Castle, because I just, honestly, I don't wanna bother. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call this video, because I feel like this isn't as like exciting as I was hoping it was gonna be. It's just sort of, you know, it's a frantic sword run, but the frantic sword does okay DPS, and I just have like a button that makes me not die. Or maybe the stakes are actually very high because I don't know how rally works with Vampirism and stuff, and I could die at any moment and I just don't know it yet. That's another possibility. I didn't realize this amulet gave me fire when I ran. I'm sure it said that like right away and I just didn't read it. But you know, that doesn't seem very, like, unlikely. It's still weird how the parry timing for that attack lags so far behind it. I mean, it's interesting, but it's strange. But yeah, no flawless hand fight today. That's okay. If you got a flawless every time, it wouldn't be special. Bonk, bonk, bonk. He got one hit in. That's okay. I would like to get back into doing those boss-themed runs when I get more acclimated to talking like this, because it still takes me like a while to warm up. I think even when I am warmed up, it's not even like that good. But everybody's got to start somewhere. And for now, just, you know, just being able to sit down and talk is already a step in the right direction for me. Even if it sounds like the simplest and easiest thing in the world. Oh. The classic can't decide whether to duck or parry, so do both and just not even get the parry. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't really do that strategy I was talking about in the Astrolab, because if I rush through and grab the aggro of all the enemies, then I'm gonna grab the aggro of librarians and bombers at the same time, and they always attack at like a different interval, so I just am guaranteed to take damage, more or less. So I can snag a hit there. Don't need any of these. I'll probably grab that malaise reduction at the very least, but not right now, because I don't need it yet. Stop. Librarian's bad. I do remember that little sword trick where you can stall like your fall down by attacking in the air to make it easier to wall jump up a straight line. It's kind of crazy how much of this game is just like so ingrained in my memory that I couldn't forget even if I tried to. Cause like I went like months without playing this game and I still just can play it like pretty much normally. But yeah, I think pretty much all of my skill when it comes to video games is just having good muscle memory. Because like the first time I fight something, I always just get absolutely clobbered. But after a while, it just like... Oh, well, there we go. It's a long drop. Yeah, that was my bad. That was another thing where I was just thinking instead of talking. Or talking instead of thinking. Should I take a swig? Nah, there's cheese. Once again, cheese comes to save me. Whether it's I'm hungry in the middle of the night and I don't feel like making something, or I'm about to die and I'm considering using a flash charge. Alright, now I'm gonna use a flash charge. I'm not gonna risk it. And I know I could use Vampirism. I definitely could. And definitely probably should have, but... Gotta use at least one flash charge. Where's the other elite? It's probably over here on this left side. Maybe I could have gotten to it from where I was, but I don't know. Alright, here it is. Alright. And by the time I climb up the top of this tower, I'll probably get the Explorer's Instinct, meaning I can go loot everything that I don't already have. And then we're good to fight the boss, who is no longer bugged, and I will be able to actually fight him this time. And if this video is under an hour, I will consider this a good step in the right direction for moving at a, maybe not respectable pace, but a better pace. Eh. Okay, hit me with a quick attack, though. There we go. Okay. I just want to stay at, like, roughly 50. So I guess this is the Frantic Sword run, but Vampirism is here just in case. And that's honestly fine. But yeah, I don't know, I was expecting to be like spamming it constantly instead of just using it occasionally. Which is the only reason why I say it's not disappointing. It's not disappointing. It's good, like it's really good to have this failsafe button. But oh, that's not what I wanted to put that stat in. But it's just less of a necessity than I was initially expecting. Eh. I love when crit sounds like overlay and they just get cut off. I mean, overlay is not the right word, but you know, when you get too many crits and then the noise it makes is just like lowered. Oh, there's not enough enemies around here. Well, I guess it's a good thing I have velocity because I can get up here and start fighting these guys while I still have rally. Oh, but I'm back up above the 50%. That's whatever. I don't even care at this point. Just get me out of here. It's fine. I might have missed something, but eh. I feel like with this build we're gonna be fine. I don't think I need to change anything really. I am a little wary of like using Vampirism, or the possibility that I use Vampirism is at a bad time, and then like in a phase where I can't hit him. But I feel like I have an okay understanding of this fight, so I should be able to not do that. I hope anyway. I'll try to parry this, because I haven't parried this in a while. Well, that wasn't the attack I was talking about, but it's okay. Yeah, that's the one. I've mostly just been doing the old, like, dodge and jump combo. Like that, but, you know, better. I think this is an okay time to use it. Yeah, 40% is good. Eh, just get me up all the way, I don't care. The cooldown on Vampirism isn't that long. I don't really need to hold it sparingly. Oh, perfect, right at 50. Awesome. I don't know. I'm not in like hyper concentration mode, by the way. I just don't know what to talk about with this guy. It's just, he's got a lot of HP. Just dodge all his attacks, or at least as many as he can. Oh yeah, it's not reducing my malaise, really. Or not my malaise, but my rally when I get hit. After this, he's probably going to use his Fire Wave move, yeah. Bonk bonk. Oh, weird, I didn't get like any rally from that. Okay, there we go. Not exactly a clean fight, but like, this isn't the build for clean fights. This is the build for being absolutely immortal. More or less. Theoretically immortal. On paper. On paper. On like a bar napkin. Disposable napkin, you know. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of time. If you can manage staying at low HP in this, it seems like it's pretty good. Just generally opens up a lot more safety for the Frantic Sword. You don't even really need Vampirism if you just want to go for like a build where you're managing your HP at low or below 50% and then just, you know, slamming with that increased DPS and then just having the rally part of the aspect just for insurance. I feel like it's pretty strong. Not necessarily super fun though, I guess, because there's more like gimmicky ones that are fun to play around. But yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to record that like Curse Sword Damnation run, or at least I'll like jump in and try to see how it works. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, all the standard fare. Leave a comment, let me know any kind of fun builds you want me to use, or like any specific weapon you want to see a showcase on. Anyway, see you later. Have a nice day. Bye.